Hi everyone, it's your favorite sassy saber-toothed liger, Roxy here. And today's video is going to be something a little bit more on the disturbing, weird side of the furry fandom. I did research for this video, and might I say, it definitely scarred me. It was very weird. Today I want to talk about Carpet Sample. Now, that name might ring a bell for some of you, and some of you might not have a clue what I'm talking about. Carpet Sample, how I found out about this was maybe a while ago. I heard the name, I saw a picture, and that was like maybe a year or two ago, because I was watching a bunch of furry drama videos on YouTube, and the video resurfaced on my YouTube homepage, and I clicked on it and I watched it, and I'm like, oh my god, I've seen that furry before. And then I watched a bunch of other people's videos on it, and then I did my own research and dived into it. It was so weird and so disturbing that I had to talk about it. Before I get any further, I want to show you what this Frankenstein fursuit looks like. This is Carpet Sample. This is what the suit looks like, and some of you, now that you've seen the picture, maybe you know what I'm talking about. You're like, oh yeah, I've seen that guy before. Or he is definitely one of the most disgusting furries ever. And here's why. So his fursuit is made out of plush toys and stuffed animals, like my good old stuffed cheetah here. This is Savannah. Let's say had his way with, if you catch my drift. His suit smells nasty, looks nasty, very disturbing, creepy. Oh boy, I would not want to run into this guy into a dark alley. I might just say, there has been some people that have run into this guy in a dark alley. We'll get into that later. Between 2006 and 2008, that's when he was known as Carpet Sample, and that's when he started showing himself at conventions. He is under several different aliases. The most popular alias that he is under, besides Carpet Sample, is Shadowolfess. Here is the massive list of all the other aliases he goes under. Brohn Mexico is my personal favorite. But this is the list of all the other aliases that he goes under. So, this furry, I really can't call him a furry because he just isn't. But this furry, he is a plushophile, a parent pedophile, and a zoophile. Now, I don't know about you guys, but I think I made my opinion very clear on pedophiles and zoophiles in my last Out of the Shadows video when I heavily talked and ranted about Kiro the Wolf and Don't Hug Cacti. I absolutely fucking hate those kind of people. They are disgusting. They do not deserve to be in this world. I don't know what the fuck is wrong with these people, but Jesus Christ. Calm the fuck down. Go to jail. You need mental help. Stop doing it, okay? I went onto Encyclopedia Dramatica, and I took these screenshots of what I've read, so this way you guys can see it for yourselves too. And the description on Encyclopedia Dramatica, right at the top for Shadowolfess, says, Shadowolfess is a disgusting display of humanity and of the furry fandom that was sadly not aborted. Those who have met him will say how he vividly describes how he fucks his dogs. He is a pedophile and has even solicited a minor for sex in exchange for alcohol. On Encyclopedia Dramatica, there's also several paragraphs that they took from his other sites that he's on and put them on there, and this dude has no form of proper grammar whatsoever, so it's very hard to read. Oh, excuse me, sorry. He says he is an artist and suit maker. Now, I'm not going to show any of the art that he's drawn because it's just a little bit too hot for you to handle, and it looks like a 5-year-old drew it in crayon. I'm just saying. But I'm not going to show any of the art. I will show like the suits. I don't really know what to call them. They're just a disturbing, weird display of shit. One of the really funny things that the poster put on the page was this guy is probably skinning other furries in his basement and adding their carcasses to his Frankenstein suit. Which, I mean, okay. I mean, looking at that suit, I wouldn't be surprised if he was. Next screenshot, he explains how he constructs his Frankenstein suits. So, using his god-fucking awful grammar, he explains how he makes his suits using couch foam and cardboard. And then, like, other materials like mesh net and blah blah blah. As a fandom, if you are a suit maker, or if you have a suit, or if you've, ever owned a suit, you know well and good that fursuits are never ever constructed out of things like cardboard construction net and couch foam. We know well and good what suits should be made out of, not couch foam. Couch foam is the worst thing to possibly construct your suit out of because it gets moldy and you can suffocate, which, I mean, I think he should add more couch foam so he can suffocate. And just when you think everything is, not fine and dandy, shit gets even fucking worse, okay? So, I dug a little deeper, and on more of his Encyclopedia Dramatica, this is where the zoophilia comes in. And if anyone is triggered by this, I apologize, and I will warn you now, it is disturbing. I'll be showing screenshots of the paragraphs. There is no pictures. I will not show any pictures, but I will show the paragraphs of what he has said. So fair warning now, if this stuff triggers you, please click away. In this paragraph, he explains how he really likes to fuck animals, including baby cows, mini ponies, pygmy goats, chow chow dogs, and Saint Bernards, which are apparently his favorite dog. And there's one picture on his Flickr and his Encyclopedia Dramatica that says possible dog fucking happening in this picture. I'm not going to show it, but I have seen it myself, and just nope. This screenshot, he explains how he also enjoys fucking stuffed animals, and this is the plushophilia. So he goes into detail describing how he made a fuckable stuffed Saint Bernard dog. So I guess he bought this big old plush stuffed Saint Bernard, which, I mean, like, you could probably get like any toy store, and he fitted it with a the juju. Okay. Oh boy, this is bad. In the next screenshot, it shows one of his posts from Beast Forum, and for those of you who don't know, Beast Forum is basically a site for zoophiles, talking about their zoophilic tendencies and stuff like that. That's what I know. I don't know if that's true or if that's the whole site. That's just what I've heard about that site. Please correct me if I'm wrong, but that's what I've heard about that site, and that's disturbing in and of itself. And I can't believe there's people out there like that. It explains how I think he used to work in some sort of animal shelter. He apparently got hold of one of the golden retrievers, which apparently was only a year old, and he fucked it. He fucked the dog. A 1-year-old dog, ladies and gentlemen. Take a deep breath. Move on, okay? So, in these Reddit threads, someone on Reddit asked, have you ever seen this furry, or what's the most disgusting furry thing you've ever seen? And they were talking about Carpet Sample. And then there's this whole Reddit thread talking about how people have had run-ins with him at conventions. One of them talks about how they ran into him at Anthrocon in 2008, and what happened was that Carpet apparently pursued this person and their friend away from the convention center into the city and through an alley, and because the two people were trying to get away from Carpet, and he followed them throughout the city through an alleyway, and then they had to double back to the con center and get security in order to get Carpet away from them, so this way they wouldn't have issues. Really creepy, and like I said, I wouldn't want to run into this guy into a dark alley, and unfortunately this person did. This next person explains how at the now defunct Oklacon, one of their friends ran into Carpet Sample, and the whole kit and caboodle was on display. The Frankenstein suit, the terrible odor, and the uninvited conversations. There isn't enough gasoline in this world to burn this awful, awful thing. Another person said, and this was probably my favorite, said how they were at a convention and Carpet stalked them, trying to get their attention, tried to engage in conversation, saying how Hannibal Lecter was his hero, and he also had the head off, and he looked like Steve Buscemi on meth. Which, I mean, that's pretty fucking accurate, you know? Someone said that, you're telling me he looks scary as shit, smells terrible, has mental issues, constructed a persona and visage to fit, then goes to cons and scares people. Sounds like the most legit villain to ever set foot in a convention, if you ask me. 100% villain. This deep dive was scarring, to say the least. Very weird, very disturbing. This is gonna stick with me for a while. So if you didn't know who Carpet Sample was before, or maybe you've just barely heard of him, well, now you know who he is and how to look for him, and you know, just be on the lookout if you've ever been to a convention with him, or if you're ever going to go to a convention. Just be on the lookout. If any of you have ever ran into Carpet Sample, I am so fucking sorry for you. I have so much pity, and I feel so bad for you, because you ran into this disturbed individual. I will leave you all with that information, and you will do with that as you will. Please, if you ever run into him, get security, call the police. I don't care. Make sure this guy gets what he deserves. Please, 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 and thank you. Bye!
It's all about humanity. About humanity. It's all about humanity.